Kasauli Rhythm Blues Festival 2025 healed hearts with music from Euphoria, Parikrama, Madboy, Mink, and Moraine. The tender embrace of Kasauli's mist-kissed hills, where the pine-scent breeze carries secrets of ancient forests. The Kasauli Rhythm Blues Festival 2025 unfurled its magic on April 18-19 at vacant resorts. This was no mere gathering of music enthusiasts, it was a soul-stirring pilgrimage, a kaleidoscope of melodies, emotions, and altruism set against the canvas of Himachal Pradesh's ethereal landscapes. For 2 days, the festival transformed into a sacred grove, where the rhythm of blues intertwined with the heartbeat of hope, all in service of the Genesis Foundation's mission to save children with congenital heart defects. Here, every note was a prayer, every cheer a promise, and every dance a celebration of life itself. Day 1 Diren, Kasauli's Indie Republic, Razika Shekhar, and Euphoria. As the sun dipped behind the overcast Shivalik peaks, vacant resorts lay wrapped in a cool, moody hush, ready for the music to begin. The festival opened with Diren, whose velvet voice and intricate guitar work wove an intimate spell. His performance was a gentle invitation, drawing the crowd into a reverie where time seemed to pause. The stage then welcomed Kasauli and Indie Republic, whose audacious fusion of rock's raw edge and folk's tender soul set the air ablaze. Their music was a conversation, gritty yet poetic, bold yet vulnerable, igniting the crowd's spirit. Nana post shared by Rhythm Blues Festival and Festival. And just as Indie Republic reached their zenith, the heavens decided to join the symphony. A tempestuous storm swept in, its gusts rattling the stage and a mischievous drizzle scattering festival-goers like leaves in the wind. Yet, Indie Republic stood resolute, delivering their final song, a haunting, elemental ballad that seemed to harness the storm itself. The melody wove seamlessly with the patter of rain and the sigh of the wind, transforming the moment into a primal communion. The crowd, undaunted, swayed under the open sky, raindrops glistening like diamonds on their faces, their bodies moving in sync with the music and the wild heartbeat of nature. The storm forced a reluctant intermission, but the festival's pulse never faltered. Attendees sought refuge at the Chivas Open Bar, a haven of warmth and camaraderie where mixologists conjured cocktails that mirrored the festival's eclectic spirit. Think smoky mezcal blends and zesty Himalayan herb infusions. Laughter echoed as strangers swapped stories, their glasses clinking under the shelter of canopies, forging bonds that felt timeless. As hope teetered, the clouds parted, unveiling a sky strewn with stars like scattered jewels. The crowd reconvened, their anticipation a tangible hum, as Razika Shekhar, the multidisciplinary sorceress, took the stage. Razika was a revelation, her flute an extension of her very breath, channeling the divine. With her stellar band, she wove a surreal soundscape of Hindustani classical and contemporary sounds, each note a brushstroke on the canvas of the night. Her flute solos were transcendent, soaring like a lark over the hills, while her vocals rich, emotive, and commanding brought songs like Mai and I Mary, Gulan Main Rang Bar, Jugnai and Muni Ya Pinjara Wali to life. Her mashup of I'm Feeling Good and the retro classic Tum Jo Mil Gay Ho was a masterstroke, blending nostalgia with exuberance. The crowd, spellbound, danced with abandon, their silhouettes swaying against the backdrop of a moonlit valley. Razika's performance was a soulful odyssey, transforming the chilly evening into a warm, pulsating hymn to joy. The night's crescendo belonged to Palash Sen and Euphoria, who stormed the stage with a tidal wave of nostalgia. Celebrating 26 years, Palash's raw vulnerability struck a deep chord as he spoke of thriving without industry backing, sustained solely by the love of his listeners, saw testament to the band's enduring bond with their audience. Hits like Tum Pikuk, Hum Rock Sako To Rock Low, and Ek Ajnabi Hasiana Se unleashed a flood of memories, while covers of Bon Jovi's It's My Life, Queen's We Will Rock You, and Linkin Park's In the End had the crowd roaring. But it was Ma'ari that became the night's anthem, its poignant strains bringing tears to Palash's eyes as he paused, overwhelmed by the love pouring from the audience. Masked Calendar and Sayani ignited a collective frenzy, with the hills themselves seeming to sing along. As Euphoria bid farewell, the air thrummed with gratitude, leaving the crowd hungry for Day 2's promise. Day 2 Anisha Das, Karnatik 2.0, Madboy, Mink and Parikrama. The second day dawned with the golden hour draping vacant resorts in a mantle of amber and rose, the hills aglow with possibility. Anisha Das and her band ignited the evening with a performance that was equal parts fire and finesse. Their set, a vibrant showcase of new tracks like Yadian and classic rock anthems like Pink Floyd's Another Brick in the Wall, pulsed with raw energy. In a moment of inspired spontaneity, Anisha shot a live music video for Yadian, inviting the crowd to become part of the frame. Festival goers, their faces alight with joy, danced and sang, their presence immortalized in a celebration of shared euphoria. Annie Shah's performance was a clarion call, reminding all that music is a bridge between hearts. Karnatik 2.0 followed, a sonic alchemist collective that redefined the boundaries of sound. Comprising Mahesh Rakvan on vocals and iPad, Shravan Sridhar on violin, Sharanya Srinivas on vocals, Krishna Kishore on percussion, and Mila Kartikeyan on Nagaswaram, they crafted a soundscape that was both ancient and avant-garde. Their Carnatic-infused renditions of Shape of You, the Game of Thrones theme, Harry Potter theme, Urvashi Urvashi, Tu Cheese Batti Hai Mast Mast, and Tumko Deka To Yajana Sanam were nothing short of revelatory. Tracks like Thilina and Po Shamho pulsed with spiritual fervor, compelling the crowd to dance with abandon. It was a master class in fusion, a reminder that music, like the hills, is timeless and boundless. As dusk painted the sky in hues of lavender and indigo, Madboy Mink Saba Azad and Ahmad Shah ushered in a sultry, funk-drenched reverie. Their set, a heady blend of soul, jazz, and disco, featured gems like Alley Cats, Leica, Fire in the Street, and disco-heavy anthems like Sharabi and Faramash. The crowd, bathed in the glow of fairy lights strung like constellations, surrendered to the groove, their bodies swaying in a collective trance. Madboy Mink's performance was a love letter to the night, a testament to music's power to liberate and unite. The festival's grand finale belonged to Parikrama, the venerable Indian rock band whose performance was a seismic celebration of rock and roll's enduring magic. Their set was a pilgrimage through the classic Seagulls Hotel California, Coldplay's Fix You, Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here, the Beatles' Hey Jude, and Queen's Another One Bites the Dust, each note imbued with reverence and rebellion. The surprise appearance of actor Luke Kenny, belting out Roadhouse Blues by the Doors and Highway to Hell by AC/DC, sent the crowd into a delirious frenzy. Parikrama's fusion of Western rock with Indian instruments like the flute was a stroke of genius, a harmonious marriage of East and West that resonated deep in the soul. Their performance was the perfect denouement, a soaring crescendo that left the hills reverberating with awe. Beyond the music, the Kasauli Rhythm Blues Festival was more than a music event, it was a full sensory escape. Beyond the stage, the grounds buzzed with color, movement, and creativity. Faces turned into playful artworks at the face painting stations, while block printing stalls celebrated Himachali craftsmanship in real time. Afternoon yoga sessions offered a moment of stillness in the mountain breeze, and drum circles drew people in with their raw, contagious rhythm. The food court served up a spread that spanned comfort to curiosity, satisfying every kind of craving. Kids under 12 roamed freely, their laughter adding its own soundtrack to the scene. It wasn't just a festival, it was a shared dream for families, wanderers, and music lovers alike. The heartbeat of Hope Genesis Foundation's mission at its core, the festival was a beacon of compassion, illuminated by the Genesis Foundation's unwavering commitment to saving lives. Since its inception, the foundation has supported over 5,000 underprivileged children with congenital heart defects (CHD), achieving a staggering 98% success rate in critical interventions. CHD, the most common congenital disorder worldwide, affects over 2 lakh children annually in India, with 70,000 requiring urgent intervention in their first year. For families earning 20,000 or less monthly, access to pediatric cardiac care is a distant mirage. Genesis Foundation transforms this reality, funding surgeries, device closures, and post-operative care through a network of hospitals across India. Nana post shared by Rhythm Blues Festival. Festival conceived in 2012, the Kasauli Rhythm Blues Festival is the foundation's flagship fundraiser, a testament to the power of art to drive change. Every ticket purchased, every voice raised in song, directly fuels the fight to save young lives. At Genesis Foundation, every beat at this festival carries the heartbeat of a child we hope to save, said Jyoti Sagar, founding trustee. Kasauli Rhythm Blues is more than a music festival. It is a movement to create impact through joy. The 2025 edition, with its stellar lineup and vibrant community, underscored this truth, proving that music can mend hearts both literally and figuratively. A legacy etched in the hills. As Parikrama's final chords faded into the night, the hills of Kasauli seemed to hold their breath, reluctant to let the magic dissipate. The Kasauli Rhythm Blues Festival 2025 was a testament to the alchemy of music, community, and purpose. It was a place where rain became a rhythm, where strangers danced as kin, and where every note carried the promise of a child's tomorrow. For those fortunate enough to attend, it was more than a weekend in the hills, it was a journey into the heart of humanity, set to a soundtrack of blues, rock, and boundless hope. Latest blogs.